Well, On3 dropped some bombshells today in regards to recruiting news. And not just with the #1 recruit, but with the #2 recruit as well, Cormani McClain. It got nasty and it got dirty real quick. Hey guys, welcome back to Hightop Sports. I'm your host this evening. Welcome. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn the bell on. Let's get into it. So first thing this morning, my phone starts popping off because Cormani McClain, who once was the #2 recruit in the country, comes sliding in. A 5-star, sliding into the 46th spot and dropped down to a 4-star recruit. Wow. Not only does he drop from the #2 recruit in the country to 46 in the country, he drops from the #1 cornerback in the country to the 5th cornerback in the country. Now, some of this does have a little bit of proof behind the pudding because he did have a rough time at the Under Armour game, got burned a few times. I believe he was dealing with an injury, and I don't disagree with him coming down in the rankings when you play in a big game and you don't look like what you should be looking like, especially at an Under Armour game where you are playing against other top-tier talent. Now, I think there is a little bit more of a personal vendetta here of a blow because you don't drop 44 spots from a rough weekend, okay? But he has seemed to ghost On3 the last 5 days or so in regards to his recruiting, in regards to where he's going to be headed. He was supposed to be committing last Sunday, and I have a whole video committed to this so you guys want to check it out. There's a link in the description for that one. I kind of break that down a little bit more, but I feel that his dropping is a more, again, personal vendetta to On3, trying to throw some shade at him. Dropping him an entire star. You've had this guy pegged at #2 the entire year with 5 stars. I get it. He had a rough Under Armour weekend, but you don't all of a sudden just say, yeah, the guy doesn't have the right size or the capability to get it done. Now, the most interesting one who seemed like a lock for the whole entire year, it's been something we've always kind of kept an eye on. I think a lot of us has questioned, and I gotta say, I think On3 is pulling another clickbait title here because it works. They just moved Arch Manning, the #1 recruit in the country, who at one time had a perfect composite score, to now the 3rd-ranked player in the country. And not just the #1 player, he was the #1 quarterback, but he is now the 2nd-ranked quarterback behind Nico Maleva, who is unfortunately committed to Tennessee. So again, I have been preaching this entire year that Arch, I didn't feel should be a #1 recruit due to the competition that he was playing. He has yet to go to any camps, and this isn't me knocking on Arch Manning by any stretch of the imagination. Sure, he's a great kid. Sure, he has a great arm, but I've been watching this. I've been seeing how they decide to drop stars, to give stars, etc. Arch was not fitting in any of the criteria, so a lot of people were saying if he didn't have the last name, he would be a 3-star anyway. So for the drop to happen, it's like, yeah, it should have happened a long time ago, but 247 is still kept #1, as has Rivals and I believe ESPN. So for the other 3 recruiting sites to keep him at #1, it seems like On3 is trying to separate themselves a little bit, even though it probably is right. In my opinion, it seems like it's a little too late. Now, the top 4 quarterbacks that have come out, which I don't agree with, is Nico, Arch, and then Jackson Arnold for Oklahoma, and then Dante Moore, recent commit to UCLA. I believe Dante Moore should be a little bit higher than that. The guy absolutely balled out on the Under Armour game. I can make the argument that he could be the #2 quarterback in the country. But it is very interesting to see. I know we have been watching Arch all year long. Again, back all the way in May where he was going to commit because he was the hottest recruit in the country at the time with, again, he was at one time a perfect composite score. He had some kind of rough bumps towards the end of his year. His last game of the season, he kind of went on a little bit of a skid. That could be possibly why he dropped out a little bit. Again, his non-showing to these games and these camps also probably had an impact. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Should he have been dropped? Should he be even lower? Is it just because of his name that he is as high as he is? Do you agree with Nico being the #1 quarterback? I want to know. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.